Vlad continues to do it, setting the tone for the Blue Jays. Got him in front and then never looked back after that. Meanwhile, the Dodgers, right? All the momentum last night, but maybe some tired legs. I think both teams were a little, but they had to absorb this tough, resilient Blue Jays team. Let's hear from their manager, Dave Roberts.
We knew it was going to be a great series. This team is talented. They're resilient. Talking about the Blue Jays, and they came back fighting. Caught an early lead, and Bieber, does what he does and used the cutter, spun us, minimized damage, limited traffic, and we really didn't get a whole lot of good swings. And conversely, you see these guys, grinding and using the whole field and putting some hits together. And obviously, the homer by Vlad and that seventh inning, they built an inning right there, and we just didn't have an answer.
It's hard to play 18 innings and come back and kind of flip the narrative against a very talented team and a very talented individual in Shohei Ohtani on the mound. I feel really good about just us, focusing on tomorrow's game. And Trey, I think, has been someone that's kind of come into our environment and he understands kind of how we go about it. So I don't want him to think, he has to do anything other than what we expect him to do. And it's going to take all 26 again tomorrow, but I feel really comfortable and confident with him on the mound, and tomorrow presents a new challenge against Blake Snell again.
Yeah, it sure does. And here is what it will look like. Blake Snell, who's been just great this postseason, but finally had his first blip in Game 1 because the Blue Jays made him work. He wasn't super sharp with his fastball. Trey Savage, also, it's amazing. I mean, the guy was in A-ball and called up, and now he's starting the biggest games of the year for them in the World Series. So Snell got beat up for the first time in a long time in that game. And Savage, Al, he... 4 innings, he was in trouble, but he kind of gutted through it. He only allowed 2 runs, kind of showed you something there. How do you handicap Game 5?
You got to remember, this guy started in Dunedin, right, and which is A-ball. I mean, that's unbelievable to be at this stage when you're 22 years old, a senior in college potentially. But look, in the first start, I think there was some nerves there. He was at home. There was a lot of pressure. And you know what? He didn't have his good split finger, and he didn't have his good fastball. What he did is he had a little bit of a cutter. I think in his Game 2, will be the second start in the World Series. I think he'll be much better, and the nerves will be a lot calmer.
Blake Snell, on the other hand, his fastball, he wasn't able to locate his fastball. His changeup looked like a BP fastball to batters. That's why he was getting hit by that changeup a lot his last outing. He need to come back and start locating his fastball so he can confuse batter, keep them off of balance so he can use that changeup and have a lot of gap in between. If he don't come back locating the fastball, he probably can get hit again, Cap.
Yeah, I say, look, the longer you go in a series, the higher the stakes. So it's going to be interesting to see how Savage handles this atmosphere at Dodger Stadium, because it is a little bit different, okay? And when it comes to Blake Snell, after his Game 1 loss, what did he keep saying repeatedly in his interview? I learned a lot. I learned a lot. So I would expect Blake Snell to come out here and absolutely deal tomorrow night.
The reason that why Snell has gone from good to great is the changeup. In last game, he got 5 hits on that changeup, which is a career high. That starts because of what you said, Poppy. He didn't have good fastball command. So as a hitter, you can almost eliminate the fastball because it's going to be a ball. They just kept getting out of the way. And then he came with that changeup, which was like a little BP fastball.
It's like a BP fastball.
The changeup will only be effective if he can get fastball strike 1 and then go from there.